Hello, I'm so glad that you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today, I am making another pumpkin fritters recipe. I've done one before. I'm making another one today, but I'm making this one a little bit different. This one is going to have codfish. If you've never had pumpkin fritters with codfish before, watch this video because you're going to enjoy this. I am going to show you my ingredients. My ingredients are very limited. There's not a lot of things I'm going to put in here. I have here 2 cups of flour, which I sieved. I'm going to finish sieving this one here. 2 cups of flour. I have here 3/4 cups of sugar. Now you can use half a cup of sugar, or you can use 1 full cup of sugar, or you can use 3/4. It's up to you. It's your preference. It's how sweet you want it. Today I'm using 3/4 cups of sugar. I'm not going to add salt to this recipe because the codfish that I'm going to use already have salt in it. What I did, and this is my codfish right here, 1 cup. And what I did is I soaked this overnight. And when I got up in the morning, the salt was already out. So you can soak it overnight if you want to do this in the morning. So this is 1 cup of codfish. I'm just going to empty that in there. Now, I have here my pumpkin. I grated my pumpkin and I grated it on this small side. So this is 2 cups of pumpkin because we're making what? Pumpkin fritters. So this is 2 cups of pumpkin. See, it's nice and red. And that's not butternut squash, that's the real pumpkin I put in there, and that's 2 cups. You can use 1 cup, but I wanted really that pumpkin, so I used 2 cups. I am going to add to this some essence, some vanilla essence this is, and I'm going to use a tablespoon of this essence. This essence don't have a lot of flavor to it, so I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of that. I'm not going to use baking powder because I don't want it to be I want it to be nice and firm. I don't want it to be too soft, so I'm not using baking powder. I'm going to use without baking powder. You can add nutmeg to it. You can add any other kind of spices that you like and you prefer. You can add to it, but these are just my ingredients that I'm going to add. Now over here I have my wooden spoon, and I'm going to mix this all up first. Just mix it up, mix everything in there. We're making pumpkin fritters, guys. I haven't had these in a long time. You can make pumpkin fritters for breakfast. Some person, Gregory, asked me to give him some ideas for breakfast, and this is an idea. Now remember, you already have oatmeal up there. I have cream of wheat, and I have cornmeal porridge. So you can choose any of those that you want for breakfast because I have some good stuff inside of each of them. And this one right here, this will be good for breakfast, right? You can prepare everything at night because that's what I did here. I grated my pumpkin last night. I soaked my codfish, and it's just a matter of putting everything together, okay? So now I have a little well right here that I created, and over here I have a glass of water. Now I'm going to put a little bit of water in here. You're not going to put a lot of water. You pour a little bit of water and you mix it in because you're looking for a certain consistency. So you don't want to put too much water in. You want to always start with a little bit of water. If by mistake you put too much water in, you know that you can always add some more flour. Okay, guys? So let me just add some more water. It's a little thick. I need a little bit lighter than that. I have my oil on the stove. I'm using canola oil, and I have that already on the stove heating. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Yeah. Just to loosen it up just a little more. Alright guys, so this is the way it should look right here. Like this. So now I have here my big spoon. And this is what I'm going to use to drop the pumpkin fritters in my pan. And you're just going to take a spoonful like this and you're going to drop it in your pan, okay? So let's go this. You see how quickly I put this together, guys? Didn't take me long at all, did it? So let me go over to the pan. Let's go over so I can drop these in my pan. Let's go. I have my oil here. And I'm going to go ahead and drop them in my oil just like that. Just like that, guys. These are your codfish pumpkin fritters. Very easy. Make a couple of them in the morning before you go to work. Or make some and take them to work with you. Or you can have them for lunch. Or you can have them for snack. Any time of the day you want to have them, you can have them. And you can let them sit for a few minutes because we need them to turn nice and brown and crispy. So we're going to let them cook for a little bit because they're pretty thick. So we're going to leave them there for a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them. They're not brown yet, but the purpose of turning them so that they can cook on both sides. You're going to have to turn them again. I just do this so that they can start to cook on both sides before they start to brown. You don't want them browning before they cook. So just give them all a turn. This one might not be quite ready, but it's okay. I turn that. I turn this one. Oops. I'm going to just leave this here for a few minutes to cook. Okay, guys. So this is the pumpkin fritters. And then you put it over here on a paper towel. Excess oil would drain off. And guys, these are your pumpkin fritters. You need them nice and golden brown. These ones need to brown a little more, so I leave these in a little bit longer to get nice and golden brown. And I could add a few more. And guys, if you make these and you make too many, it's just you and you don't want to eat all of this, you can take some of your batter, put it in the refrigerator. You can even freeze it until you're ready to use it again. If you freeze it, just take it down. Let it come back to room temperature, then mix it up, and then go ahead and fry it, okay? Or you just go ahead, if you're doing this for your family, and just do the whole thing. This is good. Get a good cup of Marby, guys. A good cup of Marby, and do this. I think of pumpkin, I think of my grandmother when we were younger. I think that where we lived, you think about people in Barbados years ago, they always used to share food. When I say share food, I mean if you go, you get a pumpkin, and the pumpkin is a big pumpkin, you used to cut the pumpkin and give part of it to your neighbor. My grandmother had a lady that lived next door to her, Ivy. They were friends for years. And if Ivy got a pumpkin, Ivy would cut that pumpkin in half and give my grandmother half of it. My grandmother did the same thing. If she have a yam, she would cut it in half and take half over by Ivy. I remember those days because those are days people used to share stuff and people used to live and get along well together. God bless them, they've passed away. But they were friends for years. They've never had an argument. They've always shared things. And I remember my grandmother making these. When it was pumpkin season, you get a pumpkin out of the ground. I mean, you didn't have a refrigerator, so you don't want to store a whole big pumpkin to go bad. So you cut it and give your neighbor some of it. This is a big pumpkin I bought yesterday, and at least I have a refrigerator to put it in. So I'm just saying, if you make this stuff, you make too much of it, just store some of it, put it in the refrigerator, freeze it, don't waste it. And then when you're able to, when you have the taste for it again, just go and bring it back to room temperature, and voila, you don't have to make it, it's already made. There you go. Alright, I'm going to continue to fry these, and then I'm going to let you see the finished results. Okay guys, the pumpkin fritters are all done. Here they are. They look delicious. In here I have some leftover pumpkin fritters. I told you if you made a lot, you don't want to use all, which I didn't want to use all. You can put this little bit in the freezer, and when you're ready to use it, as I said, you can take it out, let it sit outside for a while, come to room temperature, and then you can make yourself some more fritters without having to start from scratch. So this is leftovers. These are my fritters here. I haven't tasted them as yet because I wanted to taste them in front of you because they look delicious. My husband has already taken 3 of them. I told him to stop because I want you guys to see what they look like. And here I don't have Mobby, so I have a cold glass of iced coffee. I love iced coffee, so this is my iced coffee. So now I will go ahead and taste these fritters for you. They look yum, yum, yum. One's a little bit dark. Okay, looks nice and crispy. Guys, I can taste the pumpkin. If you like pumpkin, I can taste the pumpkin. I put whole 2 cups of pumpkin in there, which is a lot of pumpkin. It's good. I can taste the saltfish, which is even better. Guys, you gotta try it for yourself. This tastes really, really good. That is good. When they tell you it's good, it is good. Your girl can cook. Let me just wash it down with some iced coffee. I'm in heaven this morning. This is really good, guys. You can make this, as I said, prepare everything the night before, get up in the morning, see how quick I did, just throw everything together. Make yourself this for breakfast in the morning. This is really a good breakfast. You have your pumpkin in there. It's healthy. I mean, you've got the sugar. If you want to substitute the sugar for something else, you can do that. This can go well for breakfast. This can go well as a snack. It can go well as a lunch, whatever you want it to be. And it tastes delicious. So all those extra pumpkins that you have, make some pumpkin fritters. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Share the channel with a friend. Share the channel with a friend. If you have a friend that you know would like to be able to make pumpkin fritters, share it. You know, that's something nice that you can do. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Thank you so much for joining me. I had fun, and I hope you have fun making some for your family. Until next time, bye-bye.